Okay, welcome back. Last time we managed to defeat Nanimon and Greymon evolved into MetalGreymon. I then went back to Friesland and finished off the last thing there, so Frigimon came to join the city. And then I finally went back and managed to finish the Grey Lord's mansion. Basically, we met Devimon, we'll fight him later. Then we went down into the basement where we had to fight through a couple of things. We fought through a Tekamon, I think it was called. And then we also, I'll keep one orange banana with me. And then we also battled Skullgreymon. And Skullgreymon was the kind of final boss of that area. Now, I'm pretty much at the end. There's not a whole lot of stuff left for me to do in this game. But there is one thing I want to do first before I go and start up the main goal for today's episode. The main goal for today's episode is very simple. My main objective today is to do most of, if not everything, in Factorial Town. But before I go and do that, I want to stock up on a couple more items. So I buy 500. I'll buy 2 medium flop. I'll buy 2 MP flop, and I'll buy 2 water parties and an autopilot so I can get home. And then I'll stock up on a bit of. I don't want to buy 99. I'll buy 10. And with that, I think I should probably be okay. And maybe I'll buy a couple more double. No, I'll buy a couple more of these. I'll buy another 10 of those. That should probably be enough to get me through Factorial Town. Hopefully. Gonna be honest, I don't actually remember what I'm gonna have to fight in Factorial Town. And because I remember I've only ever done it for once, and I did it when I was like 7, so, yeah, I don't really have much of a recollection of this. Now then, before I go and do anything else, though, I know that there is an event in Factorial Town that can only happen at... I think it only happens at midnight, so I won't be able to do it just yet. But I can take a quick little detour back to the drill tunnel. I promise this is the final time I need to go to the drill tunnel. Because he appears in various places throughout the game. Let's not, I'll actually just walk through here. But today, I'm gonna have to go and find Nanimon again. And I believe, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that after I find him in here, I think he goes to Factorial Town, and after we find him in Factorial Town, he just goes to the city. I think he does something in... I want to say he does something in the secret item store, but I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, so let's quickly move on through here. You know, hopefully not run into all sorts of walls. I'm very good at running into walls. Okay, so Leomon's Ancestor's Cave. I like how the Dromojamon is still just here. Like, oh no, it looks like I hit a tablet or something. It's like, buddy, you found an entire, like, lost civilization thing. Like, realistically, that's really cool. But Nanimon should be just here. There you. Who are you? Who are you? And then he just runs away again. Because that's what he does. And now he should turn up one more time, I believe. I think. Wait, did I ever get the one... Did I ever get him to turn up in Ugamon's Fortress? I have a sneaking suspicion that I never actually got him to turn up in Ugamon's Fortress. That could be something I need to go and check. Part of me wants to go back and check that right now. But also, I don't know if I have time. Oh, what am I talking about? Of course I have time. But honestly, my biggest concern here, my most notable concern for basically everything right now is I don't know how long MetalGreymon has. I know that I need one more kind of time loop. Like, I know I need one more cycle to finish off everything regardless. At least before I'll feel happy going to Mount Infinity. But also at the same time, I want to get Factorial Town done while I still have MetalGreymon. Because, you know, assumably Factorial Town will have a whole bunch of, you know, kind of robot-y type Digimon in there. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to, you know, find the stuff in there. But I think I am going to go and check out Ogamon's Fortress just to be sure. Yeah, I'll go and check out Ogamon's Fortress just for my own peace of mind on this. Because otherwise I'm going to have to go back there at a later time and it'll be a little bit on the side. But for now, I feel pretty okay about most things that we have going. Okay. Also, I'm just going to ignore the Madoki Betamons here because realistically I will just annihilate them in like 2 hits. So it's not really worth fighting them for me. Also, just to reiterate it one more time, the music in this game is I really like this game's soundtrack. Also, I'm buying myself another autopilot, just so I can get back here just a teensy little bit faster. And when I say a teensy little bit faster, I mean so I don't have to walk all the way back through the canyon and through the jungle and everything again. I pretty much just want to make a bit more savings of time. Although, yeah. Okay, quick bathroom break. Okay, quick bathroom break for MetalGreymon. Although realistically, maybe I should let it become Sukamon, go to King Sukamon, tell it that. Like, I know that if you go to King Sukamon and you have a Sukamon with you, you can be like, hey, can you turn my Digimon back? And he will. However, I don't know if you get, like, a stat penalty for it, and I don't know if it kind of, like, resets the virus gauge or what. Because, I'm gonna be totally honest, I do not remember, and although I do remember that when I was a kid, I definitely got a Sukamon a lot more than I would like to admit. Like, it was a shockingly common Digimon for me to end up with. I think that's at least part of why I maybe never finished this game when I was a kid. But hey, here we are. Also, hey, Atamon. Also, it's still kind of funny to me that they just booted him out immediately. Like, they just kicked him right out of the city. Just straight up, just like, hey, he turned up, was immediately causing trouble, get out. Just immediately booted him. Because he got the boot out of that city so fast. Okay, so there's Muchomon. Also, just gonna be totally honest, I do not remember. Like, it is entirely possible that I'm going over here and doing this and completely wasting my time. But also, I'd rather know for certain. Like, I would rather know for certain and just have that kind of general peace of mind and not have to come back later. And hey, if nothing else, it means I'll have to fill in a little bit less time later. It means I'll have to fill in a little bit less time later because I will have to stand around just waiting. I'll have to stand around just waiting for midnight in-game to be able to get into the place, so yeah, I don't need to worry too much about it. And also, when we get to Factorial Town, once we get to Factorial Town, it's also entirely possible, I say entirely possible, unlikely but possible, that we could just encounter Metal Mamemon immediately. Metal Mamemon will turn up in the city, will turn up in Factorial Town, but just like with regular Mamemon and with Piximon, he has something like a 5% encounter rate, so he has a very low chance of appearing. Okay, so I want to go over here to the elevator. I don't want to fall off the cliff because unlike when I had Birdramon, who just flew down, obviously I can't quite do that with my current Digimon. Okay, hey Weedmon, what's up? Okay, so now we can, yeah, elevator, we press the down button. Because we need to go down. If we went up, that would be where Birdramon initially was. And now I just need to dodge 2 Muchomons. I just dodge for 2 Muchomons, and I believe this should be the path to Ogamon's fortress. Here we are, fantastic. You know what, this is actually going a lot better than I expected it to do. Now the question is, am I going to get jumped by anything in here? I mean, realistically, I don't think I don't see a world in which I lose any fights in here, but I just hope nothing's gonna, you know, turn up and give me a little bit of a hassle. Okay, so... Okay, there actually is nothing in here. Fantastic. I believe it was over here. Because I basically need to go into, like, the final room where we found Ogamon itself. Although this might... I say it might not be because I'm not 100% certain. But this might not be the final time we come in here. Okay, I think I might have already been here. I just realized that there's a MetalGreymon head just like on the wall there. Okay, I guess I might have already talked to Nanimon here. Oh wow, he... Okay. Okay, MetalGreymon. No. Good job. I don't like that when I scolded it, it actually took a swing at me. Like, straight up, I scolded it, and... Okay, that time it just accepted it, so now it should work. Thank you, MetalGreymon. Yeah, that was concerning, like, it genuinely took a swing at me. That was genuinely a bit of a concern, because, you know, that's a MetalGreymon. I know I'm in a digital world and would probably be fine, but still, like, that's a scary concept, you know? Do I want to buy more healing items? Oh, I have 17 medium recoveries. I'm probably okay. Okay, so, where should we go? Factorial Town or maybe the Beach Cave? We are going to Factorial Town, because we've already done everything at the secret Beach Cave. So, this is going to be just a whole bunch of robot Digimon in here, I believe. Also, don't mind Waymon just kind of glitching out and disappearing there. Oh wow, we just breezed right past that. That went super well. Okay. So, MetalMamemon can appear on this screen, but he has like a 5% appearance rate. But I'm just gonna fight this one Guardromon and just kind of see. I'm going to fight one Guardromon kind of just to gauge how powerful they are. I mean, realistically, I don't see... Okay, yeah, MetalGreymon will be totally okay here. Although, I am fighting this in a very confined space. This is an extremely confined little space where I'm fighting it. Which actually could make MetalMamemon a bit of a problem. Because I know MetalMamemon appears on this screen. So, I'm kind of hoping that he appears somewhere else around here, because I don't really want to find myself in a situation where I can't attack. Because pretty much, I know, this feels like this feels like we're having a fight just within like within just a tiny box. And we missed with that metal split there, but that's okay. I can probably tell it to defend. Like, if I see it charging up an attack, I can probably tell it to defend. Either way, we just need to land 2 more hits, and then I think we're good. Okay, I think maybe I need to... I don't know how much kind of a time wind-up I might need to be able to dodge, or, you know, get a defensive call in and advance. But hey, with that, Guardromon is defeated. There we go. Just took a while for it to fall down. Okay, fantastic. And we learned Power Crane. Okay. That's a new move at least. So what I'm going to do is I'll put Power Crane on if I'm going to get myself into a 1v1 fight, I think. I think Power Crane is a 1v1 type move. Let's have a quick look. Power Crane. Okay, it is pretty strong. And yeah, it's a long-range move with its single target. So I'll keep that in mind, and I'll put that on if I'm going to get into a 1v1 fight, but if I'm going to be fighting multiple things, I might as well just keep to myself. Well, I might as well keep my area of effect moves on as my main ones. Okay, so let's check out the sewer. Well, that's always a concern. You never want to see, like, a weird red mist. Like, that's always a bad sign. But that's... What's this? What happened, MetalGreymon? This fog stinks. It's weird, kinda nasty. Okay, let's talk to Nanimon. I don't feel well. Are you alright? I don't feel good. This where you live? I feel sick. No energy. You look awful. It's getting worse. I have to figure out why. Where's this drainage coming from? I'm gonna go check it out. Okay, so, whatchamacallem, Nanimon. Nanimon is, kind of just lives in here, but for now, we are going to head back out the sewer, because we don't need to be here right now. Although I think it really tells you a lot about how bad that must be. If you know, the thing that's made of literal sludge is like, hey, this is too bad even for me. Like, the thing that is actually made of, like, trash and sludge is like, yeah, this is too gross even for me. Yeah, like, if it's that vile that it's making him sick, that's a major issue. Okay, so let's give MetalGreymon a sirloin. I just realized there's another Platinum Sukamon right there. I nearly walked right into it. That would have been pretty bad for me. Anyway, let's go and talk to Andromon. How did you get into town? If you don't have any business here, leave now. Okay, well, I guess he's not too happy to see us, but hey, that just kinda happened, I suppose. Okay. Now then. What do we have here? You can't get through here. This factory must be draining their waste to sewage. I have to find out. Can you move, please? You can't go through here without a permit issued by the person in charge. I'm in a hurry. Sorry, you gotta have a permit. Okay, if that's the way it is. Okay, so, let's go talk to Andromon. Because logically, he should be the one to be able to let us in. He seems to be the guy in charge here. Okay, so, let's see what Andromon has to say. How did you get into town? We can talk about that later. I gotta check out the factory now. This is a life and death situation. Give me the okay. I don't quite understand what you're trying to do. I can't give you permission. There are Digimon about to fade away because of the wastewater from the factory. From the factory? No way. The wastewater cleaning system was working just fine. How can you know it's working fine if we don't check? Our computer is perfect. In emergencies, the netkeeper will shut down the system. Are you telling me that the netkeeper will always work correctly? Netkeeper is another name for Giromon, who's an ultimate Digimon. His judgment and ability are so perfect. He's a Digimon? Oh no. We're in even more trouble now. Please, give me permission. Leave. Now. Rats. Okay. We're gonna have to find another way in. And by find another way in, this is the one time in the game where the game will not allow you to solve the problem by throwing hands for some reason. But this is genuinely the only time in the game where it won't let you do that. You can't get through here. So, what should we do? So, you can say, let me through or else. It won't do anything. So you have to wait. So you have to say, oh, it's time for a shift change. It's not time for a shift change yet. When is the shift change? The shift changes are at midnight and noon. Oh, I see. So, now we need to sit around and wait. Which means I'm going to, in the meantime, just look for MetalGreymon, I suppose. Because I have like 5 or 6 in-game hours to just waste. I'm also going to quickly talk to Andromon again. Our computer is perfect. Is the factory really safe? What can we do now? Okay, we gotta do something about the guards. We don't have any other way. Wait, can I fight them? I'd like to believe I can. I feel like I should be able to just blast through them. You know? Like, let me just throw hands with these guys. I can probably win that 2v1. I feel pretty comfortable saying I win the 2v1 here. You can't get through here. Can't get through here. Wow, he's staring at us. Maybe he's suspicious about us. We should wait. We should hide from him and wait. Then come back. It's 12 o'clock. Wait, we should... Did it just say it's 12 o'clock? Because that means I should be able to just walk off screen, walk back on, and they should be gone, right? Well, evidently not. Do I need to, like, go into the square for that? I don't know how this works, to be totally honest. Because I would love to be able to go and make some more progress, but I don't seem to know how to do this. Like, worst case scenario is I do have to wait until midnight in-game, which means that MetalGreymon will be, you know, putting off his nap for a little bit. Yeah, they're still here, so I'm gonna have to wait around until a certain time in-game, then run back. In the meantime, though, let's dodge that platinum suit. There is another screen to the south, but I don't think that it does anything. So I guess I'm just gonna run back and forth between these two screens until MetalGreymon shows himself. Digimon, I'm not trying to fight you right now. I'm trying to fight the two out front, but you? No, I have no beef with you currently. And... oh wow, I only had 1700 HP. I probably could have fought it and won without too much hassle, but still. But yeah, I now need to kind of just sit around and wait until midnight. Oh wow, that took me quite far away. I do wish it was a little bit more consistent. Like, I do wish this game was a little bit more consistent with running away. Because sometimes it's like, hey, we just put you right at the edge of the screen to get back to where you just were. Or sometimes it's like, yeah, we brought you to the complete other side. Right. Like, I don't know, it's a little bit weird to me, and it's always felt a bit inconsistent, and this guard... okay, you know what? Should I fight him? I probably shouldn't. Or maybe I just defend. Like, if I just defend, like, if I just block, like, if I just block and block and block, and eventually my finisher, like, eventually my finishing move gets supercharged, and I just blast it. Maybe that's the play. Okay, that hit pretty hard, not gonna lie. You know what? Yeah, I might as well just fight this thing. I have plenty of MP restoring items and plenty of HP restoring items, so I'm probably okay and not have to worry about running out. And if I do, if I do eventually, like, completely run out of MP, if I completely run out of MP, I can always just find myself in a pretty decent situation where I can basically just go, okay, yeah, sure, wait it out, because I have plenty of HP restoring items, and then just blast them with the missiles. Okay, with that, God, no, we missed. We missed that one. Although, if I'm getting into 1v1 fights, I do think I should put Power Crane on. Like, because that is a physical attack that just hits one thing, and therefore that's probably for the best. Oh, we learned Megaton Punch? Okay, very nice. We got a second move. So, that's pretty nice. Good job, MetalGreymon. Okay, yeah, that's just another Digimon. Let's see here. What is Megaton Punch? That's very good. And it can stun. Okay, I'm gonna keep both of those on, actually. Just for now, at least. Okay, I'm gonna walk on and off of this screen a few times. I'll go, because I know MetalGreymon can appear on this screen, and I'm pretty sure he's just where the first Digimon would be. So he ain't here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run back and forth on and off this screen. I'm going to say 5 times. And if not, I'm going to quickly return to the city for something. Okay, so that is 2. Nope, that is another Digimon. I think MetalGreymon might have a slightly higher chance of appearing than regular and Piximon did. But I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just turns up where that Digimon is. And after this, I'm going to do this 2 or 3 more times, then go back to the city, maybe rest, pick up a couple of more healing items just to be certain. And after that... Nope, that's another Digimon. And after that, I think I should be definitely ready. Because I know that I have to fight Giromon. I remember fighting Giromon when I played this with my super cheated save when I was a kid. And I know that I also have to fight my way through a couple of other things. And, well, obviously I'm trying to get myself into a fight with MetalGreymon, so... Yeah, I have 2 potentially big fights coming up. Okay, I'll do 1 more. I'll do 1 more, and then I'll just make a trip back. I'll do 1 more, then I'll make a trip back to the city, and then I'll come back and fight MetalGreymon after I've done everything else. Okay, no, that's still just Digimon, okay. But yeah, I think, unless there's something that I'm forgetting, I think Factorial Town. I'm gonna use one of the porta potties that I have for this, just for my own general convenience. MetalGreymon, now is not the time. Like, I know that I could get back to the city in time, but I'm not 100% certain on if. Like, I'm not 100% certain on the timings for it, so I would rather have the safety. Also, I'd like to thank Waymon for just kind of sitting there chilling. He's just waiting for us to come back. Like, big fan of that. Thanks, Waymon. You're doing good work here. Oh, of course it would just drop me off there. Why wouldn't it put me where... Like, why wouldn't it put me at, like, the docks a bit? Anyway, so I need to fill in, like, 2 or 3 in-game hours. Is this the return of training? It probably should be the return of training, to be honest. Okay, how many of these do I currently have? Let's quickly check my inventory for stuff. I might as well buy 4. I'll buy 4 more just for certainty. Actually, how much does... I'll buy 2. I'll buy 2, and I'll buy a couple more medium recoveries. Honestly, I think the real big brain play that I could do is one that I hadn't actually thought of until fairly recently, which is I could go back. Also, I will talk to Santarumon and let him rest for a second, because I think that means he should get a bit of health back. But basically, if I go back to Friesland and I talk to Mojamon, I can basically just do an infinite money thing. I can basically get money to no point. And, because pretty much I can buy a medium recovery for I can buy a medium recovery for 500. I can buy a medium recovery for 500, or get one for free by trading a Digimushroom. And then, after that, I can make that come back around, and then I can go and trade with a different Mojamon for a special defense disc, which I can then sell for 500. No, which I can then sell for 2,000, meaning I'm effectively making a 1,500 profit. So I can basically just kind of scam Mojamons to get more bits. And honestly, so if I do that, and I get 25, I think. So if I do like 25 of those, that basically makes me rich in terms of gamer stuff. So that could come in super handy. Also, I did just want to get myself past 5,000 HP. So I'm just gonna get myself past 5,000 HP there. 52-15, very nice. Okay, and now it's about to turn on over to night. It's about to turn on over at night, so hopefully that means it will be the perfect time for me to be able to just run right on back. So I can hopefully just come right on back, Factorial Town, and it should be about to turn over to night, and I should be able to just go in and get through the place with no real issues. And also, because MetalGreymon will want to go to sleep soon, I'll be able to get in and immediately let him sleep to get all of his HP and MP back as well. I think, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Platinum Sukamon give a ridiculous amount of money if you can beat them. Like, I might be wrong, but I'm fairly sure they get... Okay, that's a... Okay, oh! Oh. Okay, that's a Greymon. Okay. There's different... I mean, hey, if nothing else, that means there are different enemies around at different times of day in here. That's 1,600. Oh, yeah, that's the issue. So, basically, Greymon and, whatchamacallit, Platinum Sukamon, apparently they both give quite a bit of money. Platinum Sukamon apparently give a ridiculous amount of money. But the issue is, they both use a whole bunch of poop-centric moves, which, one, is a little bit of an annoyance, and two, which, one, bit of an annoyance, and also, in general, kinda just a bit gross, and two, on top of that being a problem, they then really cause a problem by they just have a mountain of status ailments, like all of those moves just... Words. Use your words, me. Basically, all of those moves just hit you with a mountain of status ailments. Like, it's just like, stun, turned into the pixel form, stun, confused, stun. It's a giant pain to have to work around, and I don't really want to have to. So, I'm just going to run away like a big hero. Like, if I could find a way to turn, like, if I could fight them in a 1v1, also, it really brought me back to just the first part of this screen, huh? I feel like this game loves doing that sometimes. Also, I'm gonna praise MetalGreymon just a couple of times to get its happiness back up, because I don't like it being sad or annoyed. But also, I'm going to need to let time proceed just a little bit more. So he is going to have to wait for probably a couple more hours before I can go to sleep. Which, obviously, I'm not too happy about, because I'm in... Oh, that's another Digimon, and I somehow just snuck right past it. Unless it turning over to dark is technically midnight. No. Can't get through here. No, it's still staring at us. Okay. So I now need to kind of just stand around and wait for a bit. So, I'm going to stand right here as MetalGreymon increasingly needs to go to sleep. But I need him to stay awake for just a couple more hours. But I needed to get to the middle of the moon thing, and that should be midnight. But unfortunately for me, this means I do just kind of have to sit around and wait pointlessly. But after I do that, I should be able to walk into the factory, save my game, and... Okay, thanks game, thanks for telling me that he needed to do that. MetalGreymon, now is not the time. Like, I know you're tired, but also, like... Come on, buddy, I just need you to work with me on this. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for working with me on that, MetalGreymon. Now, can I just like pour him some Digimon coffee? Like, would that help him out a little bit? Okay, it should be, I think, one more in-game hour. So that should just be like a minute, right? Yep, because they are still here. On the plus side, once they move, I can just go in and then I'll save the game and maybe end off the episode? Probably not. I probably should just keep the episode going. I don't know. Okay, here's what I'll do. When I get inside, I'll save and end off the and like record an outro for the episode. And depending on how, and then keep recording and seeing, and depending on how long it takes, I'll either put that at the end of the episode or make this a second one. Who knows? Because I definitely do not. Anyway, I think I should be able to just finish this hour. It should be like 30 more seconds or something, and then I should be able to kind of sneak in, if I'm understanding how this works correctly. And if I'm doing this wrong, then I'm going to be very upset. Upset maybe isn't the right word for it, but I'm going to be at least a tiny bit irritated, because I feel like this, because a large part of this has kind of just been me filling in time trying to get in here. But the game, in the only time in the game, it just doesn't let me throw hands to get in. Okay, I think that's probably like the game going 11 PM. So can I go in now? No? Okay, we have probably one more in-game hour. But yeah, so if I'm recalling correctly, we should have 1, 2, 5. I think I only have like 6 more Digimon that I can get. Wait, there's Nanimon, and 4 here. There's 5 more that I can get before I go to Mount Infinity. So we are doing really well for that. However, once I finish off Factorial Town, there is nothing else I can do without either waiting for MetalGreymon to die and then doing another loop where I'll need a Numemon, or going to Mount Infinity. So I am getting very close to the end of the game here. But hey, hopefully we can get through this without too much hassle, and if I walk onto this screen again in like 30 seconds, if the timer ticks over past the hour, and these Guardrumon are still on that screen, I am going to very minorly annoyed. But hey, we will see how it goes. Okay, that's midnight. That's definitively the game saying it's midnight. Right? There's no guard. There we go, fantastic. Let's head on in. Let's head in, and immediately. So we are now in the factory. So we are in the factory. MetalGreymon, you can now have a nap. Okay, thanks for your cooperation, MetalGreymon. Okay, so I'm gonna save and end off this episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you all next time as I continue with Digimon World. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.